So today, this is our assignment for power of a power, the power rule assignment. I'll tell you at the end exactly which questions you are working on. But we did our notes yesterday on this. So if you didn't get the notes on this, please go back and then watch that video so you understand exactly a little bit more what we're doing here. But I'm just going to do a little bit just as a reminder today or extra practice if you needed more. But our directions, it says, simplify the following monomials. Okay, the first one we'll do together here is number 1. I'm going to zoom in so we can see it a little bit better. First one we're going to do here together is number 1. Make sure that's good. Yeah, that's... Okay, so we have x to the power of 4, and all of that is raised to the power of 2. Okay, so if you have power of a power, all you do is multiply your exponents. Okay, so we're just going to multiply. 4 times 2 is 8. And then number 1 is all finished. You just multiply the exponents. That's essentially what you're doing here for the power of power rule. Okay, so that was number 1. All we did was multiply the exponents. I'm going to go down to number 10. So I don't think we had anything that looked like this on our notes yesterday. Let's go through and start simplifying number 10. So you can see we have 2 times the term 3a squared, and the term 3a squared is raised to the power of 3. Okay, so you're doing PEMDAS. Okay, so the parentheses here, it's just holding our term together. So then we're going on to E, our exponent. So you work on this exponent here because that's what's like a more powerful exponent. It's raised power of a power. Let's do this one first. So looking at our number, we have 3 raised to the power of 3. That's really 3 times 3 times 3. And for this assignment for your numbers, I'm letting you guys use a calculator just so you can get it done a little bit quicker because I know you guys know how to do your multiplication. So first do 3 to the power of 3. So tell me, what is 3 times 3 times 3? And you can tell me in the chat, what is 3 raised to the power of 3? And yet you should get 27. So doing that first, here's my 27. And then I have the variable a. A to the power of 2 to the power of 3. So what can I write for my new exponent for a? When you're doing power of a power, you multiply your exponent. So what is my new exponent for a? And yet all you do is multiply. So multiply 2 times 3. So then we get 6. Okay, so we still haven't touched this 2 right here. I'm going to put parentheses around this entire thing and then bring down the 2. And then from there, we just need to do our one last thing since we did the E. Now we're going to do our multiplication division. We're going to multiply 2 times 27. And like I said, you can use a calculator. Hurry up and get that part finished. 2 times 27, yeah, perfect. You get 54. And then this a to the power of 6, you just rewrite a to the power of 6. And then number 10 is all finished, okay? So you're still doing your normal power rule stuff. But some of these questions, you have a number that you have to multiply. That's going to be kind of like your last step, is just to do that last set of multiplication. Okay, I'm going to scroll on down a little bit more here. Going on to number 19. Number 19. Okay, so we have this term is getting raised to the power of 2. So let's do that first. So first is the negative 18 to the power of 2. Negative 18 to the power of 2. What is negative 18 squared? Tell me in the chat. And you can use a calculator. What is negative 18 squared? And then I just typed into my calculator again just to double check because I went through this really quickly. And yep, you should get, it's a positive 324. So the reason why I just told you guys I typed it in my calculator again one more time is because sometimes we go through this really fast because we feel confident with it. Or if you're still learning, just type it in your calculator one more time to make sure you did it correct. Okay, let's go on to our next variable, m. We have m to the power of 2 raised to the power of 2. What is my new exponent for m? For power of a power, you multiply the exponent. So what's my new exponent for m? So power of a power, you just multiply those 2's. So 2 times 2 is 4. Make sure you have your microphone mute, please. And then going on to my next one, n. There's an invisible 1 exponent times the exponent of 2. 1 times 2 is 2. So this whole thing is simplified now. I'm going to pretty much copy down all of this one here, the negative 1 over 6 mn squared. Okay, we're going to be multiplying these ones here. So multiplying this times this. So I'm going to write it out over here so we can see it better. Uh-oh, I did not want to do that. Go back. 1 second. Okay. I touched a button there. So let's multiply the 324 times the negative 1 over 6. Okay, you want to multiply fraction times a fraction. So I'm going to put that 324 over 1. So multiply straight across. 324 times negative 1 is negative 324. And then 1 times 6 is 6. And then tell me, what is negative 324 divided by 6? Tell me what that is. Negative 324 divided by 6. You can use a calculator. I'm letting you guys use calculators for this because, yes, we've got some bigger numbers. And I just want to make sure we get through this pretty quickly. And yep, you should get negative 54. Perfect. If you did not get negative 54, type it in again or send me a message. Okay. And then going on to multiplying the rest of it. Here's my variable m. When you're multiplying your exponents, you add them together. We're going to add these exponents together. So the 4 plus the invisible 1. So now m has a power of 5. And then here's my n. I see someone said negative 54, m to the power of 5, and then m to the power of 4. Let's double check. N to the power of 2 times n to the power of 2, and that is correct. 2 plus 2 is 4. So then that final answer for number 19, that's all finished. And then that's pretty much what you're going to be doing here for the assignment today. So I wasn't planning on doing any more questions with you guys, but I want to quickly tell you which questions you guys are going to be doing for your assignment. You could look at it 2 different ways. You can just cross off this middle section. I'm not going to have you guys do the middle section here. You're going to do all of the left column and all of the right column. I did the entire assignment yesterday. I think it took me maybe 10 minutes to do the entire thing. I did literally every single question. Of course, yes, I'm probably a little bit faster at this than you. So it shouldn't take you too long to get all of these questions done. And I cut off 1/3 of those questions. So you're going to be doing all of the questions in the left column and all of the questions in the right column. And I would tell you guys the numbers, but they got a little bit mixed up. Like it says number 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 6. It's a little messed up. So just look at the left column and the right column. You're doing the 2 outside columns. You are not doing anything in the middle here. Okay, so that is all you're going to be working on for your assignment today. Once you're finished, just make sure you take a picture of all of your work and submit it on Schoology today. And I updated grades yesterday, so make sure you check that. And if you see anything wrong for your grades, then you can submit that stuff too. And then right now I'm just going to go through questions. I see there's a couple in the chat here. Go back to question 10. Did you just need me to zoom in, or did you want me to go over it again? For number 10, so here's number 10 zoomed in. Zoom in, okay. There's number 10 zoomed in so you can see it a little bit better there. So essentially, I guess what I'm doing here now is you can ask me some questions, or if you want me to go over any more with you guys, just make sure before you guys leave, you say something in the chat, say goodbye, thank you, something in the chat, a period, anything, so I can get your attendance for the weekly Teams meeting attendance. But that is pretty much it for today. Just finish the left column and the right column. You're doing all of the questions on the left side of the paper and all of the questions on the right side of the paper. Okay, so if you have no questions for me, you can go ahead and log out and get started on that assignment. Just make sure you say something in the chat. Bye guys, have a good day. You can send me messages if you have questions, or you can type them here.